I'm outdoors.
Mm-hmm. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Mm-hmm. So describe to me what's there.
It's a meadow,
Mm-hmm.
lots of fields.
Beautiful. What else do you notice?
It's warm.
Mm-hmm. Describe it.
It's beautiful blue sky. It looks like Switzerland.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So as you're looking at this scene, I'd like for you to look at the observer of the scene. Look down. What do you notice?
I'm walking barefoot.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I'm I'm a young girl. Um, I'm wearing I'm wearing like a white flowing dress.
Mm-hmm. Is this a long dress or a short dress?
It's like a petticoat.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What do you look like?
I've got blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
I've got daisies, a daisy crown.
Very nice. Look at your hands. Are you carrying anything?
No,
No. Very good. So how old are you there?
I feel about 15,
Mm-hmm.
16.
Very good. So let's see what this place is. Take me on this journey.
I'm walking in the meadows. I'm just happy
Mm-hmm.
and skipping.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I can see sheep.
Mm-hmm. Let's get closer and see. Do you know these sheep?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the sheep.
I think, or I feel that my father owns this land.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite thing is to go out and feel free, check on the sheep.
Mm-hmm. How many sheep do you see?
Not lots, just scattered.
Mm-hmm.
There's a baby one. I think it must be spring.
Mm-hmm. Get closer and see.
Yeah, I've got a baby. There's a baby lamb.
Mm. How does that make you feel?
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to take that feeling of feeling so free and so happy and just put that in your heart now. Feel that joy and expand it. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
It looks like I'm going to feed this one,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't carrying anything.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do next?
Oh, it's in my petticoat in the apron.
Mm-hmm. What do you have in there?
Bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an old fashioned bottle.
Yes. what do
I
you
just
do?
feed the lamb.
Mm-hmm.
I sat cross-legged now.
Mm-hmm. What are you feeling as this is happening?
Just great joy. Just looking in the eyes of the lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Sheep give us a lot of healing.
Mm-hmm. Look into those eyes. What type of healing are you receiving from them?
Just how beautiful the world is,
Mm-hmm.
and how simple, how beautiful Gaia is,
Mm-hmm.
how lucky I am.
Wonderful. So imagine your soul like that bottle and just take all of that and bottle it in. Feel that joy. Just take it all in. Feed yourself with this wisdom.
This smells so lovely. The air, the oxygen is so clear.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what happens next?
I'm going to finish feeding the lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Go for a walk.
Very good. So I'd like for you now to close that scene. You have finished feeding that lamb. And let's go on your walk and see where you go on this walk. Be there.
By a stream.
Mm-hmm. What do you see?
This babbling. This rocks. It's freezing. I put my toe in, it's freezing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go swimming.
So tell me what happens. How does that water feel when you go in?
It's freezing, but cleansing.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And as you feel that cold water on you, you remember there are times when sometimes things are uncomfortable before you go in. But as you get in and you adjust, you get used to it. Feel how your body adjusts. Mm-hmm. As in all things in life, when we first try something, it may shock us. And then we learn to adjust. So feel that refreshing, invigorating.
It's making me feel that the stream goes into a big ocean.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I'm going with the flow.
Mm-hmm. Follow that flow and tell me what you see along the way.
I just keep swimming.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to get darker,
Mm-hmm.
colder.
Mm-hmm. Connect with your feelings. What are you feeling now?
It feels a bit foreboding now.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more. Connect with your emotions and your feelings.
I feel like a hand is going to tug my foot
Mm-hmm.
under the water.
Mm-hmm. What happens?
This is strange.
Tell me about this.
The, the hand isn't human.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fish, but
Mm-hmm.
it's reptilian, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You'll be able to freeze the moment so you can describe it very carefully. What color is this hand?
It's blue. It's dark blue,
Mm-hmm.
and it's strangely I can breathe underwater. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm floating in suspense
Mm-hmm.
with a white light around me, and my petticoat and my hair is just like suspended animation,
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by this beautiful white light. But I'm holding hands with this reptilian.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel when you hold his hand?
It feels like it needs to be understood,
Mm-hmm.
and like my light is very strong here. It's like I understand this reptilian.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the eyes. They're dark. There's two of them.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to tell that reptilian to show his body fully. What does he look like?
Tall,
Mm-hmm.
not unlike a human really, but just covered in scales.
Mm-hmm. What does his face look like?
Um, Not really any nostrils
Mm-hmm.
as such. Um, it has lips.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like the scales are. It's definitely scales, and they're dark, but with
Mm-hmm.
the like translucent, like magnetic, almost magnetic look
Mm-hmm.
to them, like the beautiful blue shiny um, metals that you get on crystals sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very beautiful, actually. The more I look at the scales.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at the whole body. Does this reptilian have any type of a tail or?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. Has a tail. It's like a dragon tail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Is it long or short?
it's long. It's long with a tip.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit kind of like a crocodile, but more like a tip at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's for aerodynamics.
Mm-hmm. Does this being swim?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like for you to connect with him, mind to mind, and ask him, why has he brought you to this place?
He's told me that it's been trying to talk to me for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
That that I've been too scared,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been trying to connect with me, and because I love water so much, this was the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's told me that the extraterrestrials are helping us.
Mm-hmm.
I think you actually might be my family.
All right. So I'd like for you to just connect with his soul deeper. Look into those eyes and feel the connection. Feel the memory of him. What do you know?
I think he's like an elder. Um, like if I had a grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
like an older, wiser soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good.
I've learned lessons from this reptilian.
Mm-hmm.
I
So I'd
don't
like,
even like. Sorry, I don't like calling him that.
what would you
Even
call him? I'd like for you to get his name. What does he like to be called? What name does he go by? You can ask him to spell it if you
yeah,
can't say it.
I'm seeing an H and an M. It's
Mm-hmm.
strange.
Mm-hmm.
Humus doesn't make
Humus.
any sense.
Mm,
Humus.
doesn't need to make any sense. I'd like for you to ask him. Is that his name? Humus.
Yes,
Very good.
humus.
So ask Humus, what does he represent in your life?
Protector.
Mm-hmm.
He said when I was swimming and he held my foot to
Mm-hmm.
pull me down, I immediately thought that was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I looked at him and saw myself through his eyes, I was just floating in suspense, surrounded by beautiful white light.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm ready now
So what lesson does Humus have for you today?
to know that I'm not of this planet,
Mm-hmm.
that I can start to connect with extraterrestrials.
All right, very good. So would Humus be willing to take you to show you your family from where you are?
Yes.
Very good. So I'm going to count from 3 to 1. When I get to number 1, I want you to be at that place with Humus. 3, 2, 1. Be there now. As you breathe, allow yourself to adjust all of your senses to this place and just begin to describe to me where you are.
It's like everything's very green.
Mm-hmm.
But it's rock form.
Mm-hmm.
It's imagine a huge cave, and
Where is this cave? What's surrounding it?
it's just a big expanse of an emerald planet.
All right. Very good.
It has got oceans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like amphibian, as
Mm-hmm.
if they're amphibian. They
All
live on
right.
land and they live in water.
Mm-hmm. So as you adjust and acclimate to this planet, I'd like for you to begin to see what your body looks like here. What shape and form do you take?
The same as humus.
Mm-hmm. And in this form, do you have a gender? Are you male or female?
I feel neutral,
Mm-hmm.
androgynous.
Mm-hmm. Are there any others around you, or do you just see yourself?
There's others.
Mm-hmm. Describe to me what they're doing and what they look like.
We all look similar. Just about the size of a alligator or a crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
And um, but we can swim and we can walk. So we have a tail, but we have arms.
Do you have feet to walk on?
Yes, like as I said, much like a crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. We're long. When I say tall, I mean we're long.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're at a class.
Okay. So I'd like for you to listen carefully and tell me what it is that you're learning in this class.
Astronomy.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite wonderful. This we're in this cave, and it's all like almost like a hologram of seeing the solar system.
Mm-hmm. In this cave that you're looking at your lessons, are there any other things besides the cave, or is there any technology there?
The the projecting of the solar system is actually feels like it's coming from the teacher.
Mm, okay.
So I can't see any physical technology.
Mm-hmm.
It's we're all connected to his thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we can see. He's projecting his thoughts, and we're connecting in with the image of his thoughts.
What is the importance of learning about the solar system?
We're feeling there's a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm. Where is the pain coming from?
This earth.
Mm. So, as you hone into this pain, what do you feel?
Fear.
Mm-hmm.
They're crying out. I feel we need to connect telepathically.
Mm-hmm. If you connect telepathically for those with those in pain, how can you help them?
To find their light,
Ah.
like humus helped me find mine.
Mm-hmm.
See the image now again of me suspended in water
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing myself surrounded by light.
Mm-hmm. Now, all of those that are in the cave, do they have their own light?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
a glow like an aura.
Mm-hmm. So, as you connect with all of those in your class, I'd like for you to connect with their spirituality and understand it. Are
I'm
these a
laughing. I'm
Mhm.
laughing because I recognize them.
Okay?
You look good, guys. Ah, it's
As you
making me smile.
hmm and take a look at the one who is projecting the map. Do you recognize this teacher? hmm Very good. So now that you understand what your class is doing, let's find out what happens next. What do you use this information for?
We need to start connecting much more through meditation.
Mhm.
And we need to start seeing a common vision. The lights that I can see shining from these reptiles on this planet
Mhm.
is about expanding our lights and starting just to feel innately that we're on a mission.
Mhm.
And our planet's hurting. Although in my mind I've just said Earth is hurting, not my planet.
Mhm.
I don't see myself as Angela here.
Mhm. So as you understand that this planet Earth is hurting and you are being prepared with this information, what do you do with it next? What happens next?
each of us has to start talking to more people. We need to feel the energy of people. We're more telepathic than we realize, and we can hook into that energy. We spend a lot of time talking, and now is the time for action, particularly this one.
What does she need to do?
She needs to step away from computing.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to recognize the power of telepathy
Mm-hmm.
and the common consciousness. She realizes she's powerful, but she's scared of it.
Mm-hmm. Why is she so scared of her power? What has happened?
She, she's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
It's fear.
Very good. So I'd like for you to follow that fear now. I'd like for you to amplify that fear. And now look at your mum. Did you take anything from mum?
I took so much from her.
All right. So connect with your mum. Tell her what you feel about all of this that you took from her.
Mummy had way more power than you realized. As I grew up, I dominated you. That's all I knew. I'm sorry.
Take a deep breath in. Mum, what do you say back?
My little girl, I love you so much.
Mm-hmm. Tell her
You're,
everything.
you're so wonderful. And I'm so proud of how you're the mother I wanted to be. But I
Mum, are
do
you...
need to let go. You need to let me go.
All right. So how have you been affecting Angela all this time? Are you still connected to her?
I am. And
Mm-hmm.
I give her some sadness still.
Mm-hmm. What else do you give her?
Fear.
Mm-hmm. Is that your fear, Mum?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been giving her this fear?
Since I passed.
Mm-hmm. What are you so afraid of?
I want to be part of her.
Mm-hmm. By being part of her, you're giving her things that don't allow her to evolve. And you cannot evolve as a soul by being connected to her. Do you want to see your daughter progress? Be happy?
Absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So tell me, Mom, where it is that you're connected to her. Is there a cord? Look and see.
I come out. as a rash,
Mm-hmm.
actually. Yes.
Okay. Very good. So take a deep breath in now, Angela. Look at that rash, what that's been represented by all these fears of your
Mm.
mom. Are you ready to release her?
Oh,
Release
yes.
all of those emotions that you've been holding.
Yes.
All right. So I'd like for you to look at how that rash, how mom is connecting to you. It's almost like roots of a tree. Go deep. Where is she connected to?
Back of my neck.
All
It's
right. Take a
driving me
look.
mad.
Take a look and see how thick this cord is between you and mom.
Oh, it's very, it's very,
Mm-hmm. All right.
oh,
Do you think that you'll
itchy.
do you think you'll be able to pull this yourself, or would you like some assistance?
I need some
All
assistance.
right. Who would you like to call in to assist you now?
My guides.
All right. So I'd like to bring forward all of the guides that assist Angela, and I want you to all grab that very thick, very thick connection and begin to pull out every bit of it. Release it and let it go. And tell me when it's been disconnected. Pull it all out. Pull it out. Go ahead. Just pull. Pull really deep. Go deep in there. Pull
Oh,
it all out. Now let me address Mum, because Mum seems to be creating some resistance. Mum, what is the fear of going to the light?
letting go of my angel.
Ah, but you see, Mum, you'll never let go of your angel because there is no such thing as time. You could visit her any time, but you can't evolve. You can't go forward in life. Mom, look inside of your heart and see what that heart looks like. What's in there?
It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It has a
Uh,
lot of love.
so I want you to focus on that love because that love comes from one place. It comes from the God that created you, the source. And I want you to make that love bigger. And I want you to feel that love coming in and expanding. Is that the love you're looking for?
Yes.
Yes, because you see, Mom, you were using your daughter as a reason to feel that love, and you are loved by the divine. You love your daughter as much as God loves you. Feel it.
I do.
Hmm. Are you ready now to go back home?
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and disconnect all of your energies. Don't let your daughter have to work so hard. Pull it all out. And I'd like for you to give all of those cords to her guides. And Mom, what would you like to tell your daughter now?
I love you, Angela.
Very good. Angela, what do you say to Mom?
I forgive you, Mum, and
Very good.
myself.
Wonderful. So I want you to empty all of those feelings that you picked up all along the way from Mom, feeling insecure, needing to let out all of her emotions on your dad. Disconnect from all of those emotions. Give them all to your mom. She could handle that now. She could process them with love. Empty it all out. And Mom, I want you to look around you and see that there's somebody waiting for you, waiting to take you home. Who is that?
my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm. What does she say?
Says all the pain is gone.
Beautiful. So go
She's
towards that light. Towards that light with her. And may the light of the universe always accompany you. Thank you. So take a look at your heart now and see what that heart looks like. Is it full of all that stuff?
so white and bright.
Wonderful. So now that your heart is so bright and light, I want you to find that little girl who was hiding in a tent. And I want you to ask her, what does she need to feel safe now? What does she need?
Comfort.
Wonderful. So I'd like for you to go ahead and put your arms out and embrace this little girl. Embrace the little Angela and give her that comfort. And ask her, what else does she need to feel good?
Unconditional love.
Mm. Are you ready to give it to her?
I am.
Very good. So I want you to bring her close to you, and I want you to put your heart against hers. And I want you to begin to fill her heart with that unconditional love. And I want you to just go ahead and blanket her in that beautiful glow. And begin to grow her up now in your arms. As she gets taller and taller, feel her feeling more confident, more joy, more peaceful. Until she gets as big as you are and you can look at her in your eyes and meld her into you. Allow that little girl now, full of unconditional love and comfort, to be a part of you, ready to play, ready to be joyful, ready to be that little girl that didn't get enough play in her life. Feel her laughing and joyous, knowing that an aspect of her has skipped through the fields and now she could do it again. And you can give her all of that comfort, knowing that she's safe. She can laugh and play and enjoy life now, knowing that no one is going to hurt her, that you feel that confidence in you. Very good. How does that feel?
Amazing.
Wonderful. So now that that little girl feels joyous, I'd like for you to once again connect with that guide of yours, that teacher. And I'd like for you to begin to see the reason why you came to planet Earth. Why is it that you chose such a painful, such a tough childhood? What was the mission?
Um, I'm a very strong soul.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I've lived many lifetimes as a wise person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a teacher. I needed to go through a hard time to teach.
Who is
I
it?
always
Mm-hmm.
choose hard lives.
Mm-hmm. And in these hard lives, at the end, how do they finish? Are you triumphant in each one?
I'm always triumphant.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to look at the lifetime of Angela now. At what point of her life is she now?
She's taken her power back.
Mm-hmm.
She was told that by Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have your power back.
So what will she be doing with all of this amazing power?
It's time to heal the world. She chose this time.
Mm-hmm.
She chose 2020
What's,
to
what's,
come into her power.
mm-hmm. What is the significance of the 2020 year?
It's a magic number.
Mm-hmm.
It has Mayan significance.
What is the significance of 2020?
It's when the Earth was going to be ready. It's when all the planets were going to be aligned.
Mm-hmm.
The Federation had been working a long time for this. It's time for all those that chose this time to wake up.
Mm-hmm. Is that happening?
It is.
Mm-hmm. But those have been waiting for this event. Those that know that it's happening, are they part of this federation?
All a part of the Federation.
Can you explain that to me, please?
This is happening now, Alba. It's not just something that happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody chose when to wake up, and they're all waking up at different times, different ages. They'll feel the calling to come back to each other.
Mm-hmm. What happens when these federation beings come back together?
The energy and vibration is risen.
Mm-hmm.
It will start to shine into dark places. It's important that they focus. Angela especially.
All right. So take a moment now and give her her direction.
She's looked at enough pain. She needed to look at the pain to wake her up. She's hidden from it. But she needs to stop looking and start doing. She needs to stop being fearful. She needs to connect with the other rainbow warriors and not fear them.
Mm-hmm.
She still feels she doesn't belong.
What do you say to her about that?
That's her ego. She needs to continue listening more to the new earth and just being in the moment.
Mm-hmm. So at this time, she is thinking of going into the modality of hypnosis. She's already studied it, but she doesn't feel that she's good enough. What do you say about that?
That's her ego.
Mm-hmm.
She knows it's her ego. She wants to be good at everything.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to just show her, almost like in a visual, what her ego looks like compared to her soul.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's kept her safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's she likes to think she's intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
If only she knew just how wise she was.
Good. So now I'd like for you to show her how big her soul is in comparison to her ego. Begin to see the soul.
Wow. As big as a planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Feel, feel that soul. Compare it to that ego.
I think my ego just shriveled up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are we ready now to take full control of this mission?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'd like for you to once again connect with that guide of yours, that teacher. And I'd like for you to begin to see the reason why you came to planet Earth. Why is it that you chose such a painful, such a tough childhood? What was the mission?
Um, I'm a very strong soul.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I've lived many lifetimes as a wise person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a teacher. I needed to go through a hard time to teach.
Who is
I
it?
always choose hard, always
Mm-hmm.
choose hard lives.
Mm-hmm. And in these hard lives, at the end, how do they finish? Are you triumphant in each one?
I'm always triumphant.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to look at the lifetime of Angela now. At what point of her life is she now?
She's taken her power back.
Mm-hmm.
She was told that by Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have your power back.
So what will she be doing with all of this amazing power?
It's time to heal the world. She chose this time.
Mm-hmm.
She chose 2020 to
What's
come into her power.
mm-hmm. What is the significance of the 2020 year?
It's a magic number.
Mm-hmm.
It has Mayan significance.
What is the significance of 2020?
It's when the Earth was going to be ready. It's when all the planets were going to be aligned.
Mm-hmm.
The Federation had been working a long time for this. It's time for all those that chose this time to wake up.
Mm-hmm. Is that happening?
It is.
Mm-hmm. But those have been waiting for this event, those that know that it's happening, are they part of this federation?
All a part of the Federation.
Can you explain that to me, please?
This is happening now, Alba. It's not just something that happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody chose when to wake up, and they're all waking up at different times, different ages. They'll feel the calling to come back to each other.
Mm-hmm. What happens when these federation beings come back together?
The energy and vibration is risen.
Mm-hmm.
It will start to shine into dark places. It's important that they focus. Angela especially.
All right. So take a moment now and give her her direction.
She's looked at enough pain. She needed to look at the pain to wake her up. She's hidden from it. But she needs to stop looking and start doing. She needs to stop being fearful. She needs to connect with the other rainbow warriors and not fear them.
Mm-hmm.
She still feels she doesn't belong.
What do you say to her about that?
That's her ego. She needs to continue listening more to the new earth and just being in the moment.
Mm-hmm. So at this time, she is thinking of going into the modality of hypnosis. She's already studied it, but she doesn't feel that she's good enough. What do you say about that?
That's her ego.
Mm-hmm.
She knows it's her ego. She wants to be good at everything.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to just show her, almost like in a visual, what her ego looks like compared to her soul.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's kept her safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's she likes to think she's intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
If only she knew just how wise she was.
Good. So now I'd like for you to show her how big her soul is in comparison to her ego. Begin to see the soul.
Wow. As big as a planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Feel, feel that soul. Compare it to that ego.
I think my ego just shriveled up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are we ready now to take full control of this mission?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. So I'd like for you to give the proper advice moving forward, what she needs to do, although we've touched on a lot already. What does she need to do now moving forward?
She needs to cut down her hours. She knows this.
Mm-hmm.
She needs not to be scared to ask. That she needs to stop being scared that she'll not get work part-time.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to buy herself time to study.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to move away from the computer. It's been in her life since she was 21 years old. It's been her prop.
Mm-hmm. So, what will be her prop in the future?
She can use technology, but she needs to connect with humans.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
She's connected with technology more than humans.
Mm-hmm. How is that hurting her?
She's not living.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to work on her heart.
All right, so let's take a look at that heart now. And I want you to describe to me what that heart looks like. Is there anything around this heart?
It's huge white light, but there is a slight
Mm-hmm.
darkness in her.
Let's focus on that darkness now. Is this darkness something that she created or something that attached to her? Take a look.
It's a thoughtful.
Ah, very good. So let's follow that thought now.
So I spent my life caring and loving and never feeling angry
Mm-hmm.
and never taking everybody's pain and anger instead of showing my own.
All right. I want you to go deep into that anger. Find it. Find it. What does that anger look like? What does it look like physically?
Yeah, it's pretty ugly.
Uh-huh. Keep diving into it. What is this thing?
It's just like, I've got to laugh at it. It's like this angry, oh, it's like a piece of plasticine that's been molded into an angry face.
All right. So what is that angry face saying? Go ahead and shout it out.
It's saying it's not fair. My voice won't, my light is getting rid of it. My energy is getting rid of it, actually.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Just let it out.
It's
Let it out.
shrinking.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Amplify that light now. What does that heart need?
Love.
What color is the love for you?
It's, it's a beautiful pink.
Beautiful. So bring in that pink. Bring it in, shine it in, and amplify that light in your heart. And feel how it expands that heart with love. Feel it getting brighter and brighter. And when it cannot get any brighter, expand the light to the rest of your body. Allow it to ooze out into every cell, where you can see the little faces of every cell just smiling at you. So much joy, so much appreciation. Flood them with love. They've been suffocating, strangled for so long. Flood them. And tell your cells, tell your body, I love you. Say it out loud.
I love you.
Feel it. Tell your body what it needs.
You have the comfort. It's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
You give so much love, but you don't give yourself enough.
Mm-hmm. So keep flooding yourself with more love. Flood it so much that each cell is going to say, okay, okay, keep going. Flood them with love. Feel them just dancing in joy. And when you do that, you'll notice there's no place for fear to hide any longer. Try to find the fear now in that body. There's no place to hide. It's so bright.
There's nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all light.
Beautiful. Expand that
Tingly.
light out even further. Feeling that white light, that film that always follows you throughout every lifetime, expand it out even more. Knowing that your soul is huge. And now let's bring that white light out beyond this planet to match the size of your soul. Feel it expanding even more. Very good. And as you do, you can begin to sense all of those lifetimes in which you were a teacher, in which you were confident, where you were connected with others. And I'd like for you now to expand that beautiful light to all of those aspects of your soul that are waiting for you to connect, and bring forth all of those tools that you'll be using now during this event, during this awakening. Bring them in, invite them. Front row seats to the awakening, and you are part of it. You are one of the ones who bought the front row tickets. Feel that joy. And now that we are in this beautiful state, is there anything else that you would like to tell Angela at this time?
She needs to meditate more.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Her ego's fighting it, so
Mm-hmm.
just ignore it. The soul's bigger.
Very good. Very good. And I'd like to know why you brought Angela to this session today.
She's meant to do hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
She's meant to connect with Alba.
Mm-hmm. And now that she has, what now?
She needs to get those business cards printed.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like to ask for her guides to step forward, and let's begin to get her moving. Get her moving into this direction now that she has the information, that she knows she came here for this event, this awakening that is happening right now. She is there on the front lines. She has been waiting for this. She is on her mission. Anything else, or are we complete?
We're complete.
Very good. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Wow. Oh, I'm absolutely tingling. Crazy.
You're all flushed too, huh? Wow, what a glow.
It's amazing. I feel like people could just get healed by touching me right
Just
now. Bzz, bzz, like
that was
bzz.
fantastic. That was fantastic. What a journey.
Very. It was amazing. It was. You just don't know where you're going to go.
I don't know where you're going to go. No, it's just that's the way it is.
Reptilian. reptilian.
And you were kind of like even
Um,
like embarrassed to even say that because you felt like,
I
I shouldn't even say this because you may think it's
know.
bad. And we're not bad, right?
No, I think it's
It was an
every
amphibious
yeah, it was
planet.
amphibious. Yeah, it was. It's amazing. You just think, am I just making this up? But I could see, like we were just listening and that just the fact it was like a holograph, but it was me seeing the collective consciousness.
Wow. That's amazing.
I know.
It's
It,
it's it's wow. So how long do you think this was? What did it feel like to you?
oh gosh.
Was it fast or long?
It felt very fast. It
Like,
felt about 20 minutes.
yeah.
About
Well,
20
right now
minutes.
we're on about an hour and 25 minutes.
Wow, really?
Hmm.
I didn't want it to stop. Even though there was some painful places to go to,
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew I had to go there. And
Hmm.
now my head's not itching. My head has been that
Mm.
was my mum.
Yeah.
It was crazy when she was connected. I was like, "Arr!" So
That's amazing.
stopped now.
That's it.
That
So
was amazing,
it was
Alba.
amazing. So do you want to share some of it or you want to keep it
Yeah, of
private?
course, you can share it if you think
Okay.
it's worth sharing.
Yeah, I mean the crocodile part was good. I mean that whole journey with being pulled underwater and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I got
Yeah.
to talk to you. You're
Yeah,
not swimming.
I was like floating. I was so beautiful in this like, blonde
Hmm.
light. It's like just animated and floating, with just surrounded by light. And then it's like a realization, oh
Hmm.
it's not as bad as you think.
Right.
Yeah.
And what could have scared you was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be scared of this. I'm not scared of this.
Yes, yes,
I'm one of them.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was
Brr,
beautiful.
snap.
Did you see yourself walking upright or were you on your belly? What was it?
No, sort of like no, it wasn't upright. It, it was strange. We had long tails, as I said, like a
Hmm.
dragon tail,
Hmm.
but there were kind of feet, but
Hmm.
we weren't upright.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. It was very
So,
bizarre. I don't
so
know what race or planet that was.
oh, we don't know. There's like a gazillion of them. So who knows? It could be anything.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alba. That
You're
was
welcome.
amazing.
You're
You've
welcome.
you've you've lightened my soul. You don't know how much. That's years and
Oh,
years of pain gone.
oh, that's
It's
beautiful.
amazing.
Thank you so
Mm,
much. Thank you so much.
thank
So, do
you.
you recommend this for other people?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I just watched Alba's um, YouTube videos, um, and I was hooked. And then before I know it, 2 months later, I'm in Lake Monica meeting her, doing hypnosis, and then I go to Peru and find more soul family.
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
just yeah, you owe it to yourself to do it. It's
Good.
amazing.
Good. So if anybody wants to reach me, you just go to my website, albaweinman.com, sign up for the newsletter. And if you're meant to come see me, you will. There's a calendar that I send out, and you just have to click on the link and you'll get a session. So thank you
You
for
won't
watching.
regret it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Until the next one. Bye.
Bye. See you, Alba.